Hello, everyone, and welcome back once again to Wizard World of Virtual Experiences as the crowd emojis wildly. Let's see all those emojis out there. You can also applaud from the comfort and safety of your home. But we are Wizard World. This is Virtual Experiences, and we are streaming to you live and free to the comfort and safety of your home, bringing that Comic-Con life to you with these free streaming panels on Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. We also post regularly on Facebook, Twitch, and Instagram. So continue to follow us at Wizard World on those sites. We are so excited to bring you today one of the main actors from DC's Legends of Tomorrow and the Arrowverse. We spoke with the majority of the cast back in August, right after season 5 had ended. And I know I speak for all the fans out there when I say we are just itching for season 6. We are so excited to bring this next actor out in just a minute. Just a couple of quick reminders. This panel is completely free, but you can purchase some paid experiences, autographs, video recorded messages, virtual photo ops, and live one-on-one chats with Tala Ashe. That's right. Live one-on-one chats, which will be taking place next weekend. So either watching this live or throughout the week, definitely head to wizardworldvirtual.com. Again, wizardworldvirtual.com to purchase those experiences. Not only is Tala rejoining us for the second time, but a majority of her proceeds are going to benefit New Sanctuary NYC, a multi-faith immigrant-led organization working to stop the inhumane system of deportations and detentions in the U.S. And a super awesome organization. We're going to talk to Tala a little bit more about them in just a bit. Just know your purchases are not only going to for a fun experience for yourself or a loved one, but it is also going to an amazing organization. So take advantage of those. Again, all of those purchases are available at wizardworldvirtual.com. Hey, we can't have physical conventions right now in person of a large scale, but we want to support our artists and vendors as well. So head to the Wizard World Vault, where you can find signed memorabilia, works of art from past conventions, including a lot of your favorite Legends of Tomorrow actors. They've got signed memorabilia up there at the Wizard World Vault from our various artists and vendors. That's enough for me. Let's bring out Tala. She has graced the stage across the country, including most recently the production at the Delacorte Theater, Shakespeare in the Park of Troilus and Cressida, The Profane at Playwrights Horizons. She has had reoccurring roles and guest appearances on shows like Law and Order CI, Smash, and American Odyssey. She joined us in one of our favorite shows, Legends of Tomorrow and the Arrowverse, in season 3 as hacktivist Zari Tomaz, and most recently has done a little bit of a change due to that Hey World event as Zari Tarazi. Please welcome to the virtual stage, Tala Ashe, everyone.
Hi. Hello.
Tala, thank you so much for
I have like a floating piece of light I see. All right, here we are. Hi.
It's okay.
Oh, wow,
Tala.
it looks like I'm in a prison. Great, we're going to embrace it.
There's no rules in the online virtual world. It is what it is. It's so happy to have you here. I want to reflect back tonight's experience for the fans that are watching. We're going to watch some of those clips from the Legends panel that we did back in August of 2020. This was just coming off the heels of season 5 of Legends, which ended. I know there was like a bunch of episodes in the spring, and then we got like the final episode in June due to some delays. What was it like in August of 2020? It feels like a world, like a lifetime ago.
Yeah.
But talk a little bit about that panel, seeing all of your castmates there at that time on the virtual stage back in Zoom.
Yeah, it was really great. I think it was the first time we had all been together since we wrapped our season. And it was wonderful. You know, August, at that point, we probably would have been a month into shooting season 6.
Yeah.
So it felt really sad not to be together, honestly. But also, you know, wonderful to kind of have an opportunity to debrief about season 5 and to connect to our fans and sort of, you know, see a little tiny light at the end of this pandemic bubble. You know? So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, and you know, and it hit at a perfect time, season 5, because we were just kind of heading into this pandemic, and it was nice to have an escape at the beginning of this. We've now had months and months later, 6-9 months later here, and we're waiting, and we're so with bated breath for these new
Us
seasons of
too.
shows. I know, and you know, and I say this in a lot of panels, and as a fan, you know, we wish the cast and the crew and the writers and everybody like nothing but safety. So it's like if you have to take your time, it's okay. Fans will wait. But talk a little bit about we put out a call for questions last night, and a ton of fans came through and are so excited for season 6. At Hell Canary 12 specifically asks, what do you love most about Legends, and what has been the best thing about getting back to shooting for you?
Uh, Number one, I love the people who make our show.
Yeah.
Like many of us, I hadn't been around any other human beings other than my immediate family for many, many, many months. And just being back together with our cast and our crew, who I know I'm biased, but I just think our crew is an extraordinary group of human beings who really, I just finished shadowing an episode and
Yes.
I got to see, more acutely. I always knew how much our crew did, but I got to really see like how the sausage is made and how important every single person's job is to make this show that we all love. And then I think so the second thing would be I love what Legends aspires to be. Like I
Yeah.
love the content of our show. I am so genuinely excited to read every script. I'm uh, always sort of grateful to the writers, like specifically for the journey that they've allowed Sorry One and Sorry Two to go on, and me as an actor. So yeah, the people and the content of our show are it's everything. We feel very, very lucky to be part of
Yeah, and I think that resonates with the fans for sure. I love that you
it.
call it Zari 1 and Zari 2. I mean, what a better way to describe that.
Yeah.
It's funny you mentioned the shadowing because at DC Legends Arge, they were watching, they say, greetings from Argentina and Peru. We love you, Tala. So the show obviously has fans from around the world. We know that you have been shadowing the director for episode 6. Do you have plans to direct an episode on Legends, or, you know, what can you tell us about that experience?
I don't have plans. I actually sort of did the shadow more. I shadowed our producing director who was directing the episode. So
Got it.
I sort of did that strategically because I'm interested in producing in the future. So
Cool.
I don't, I mean, I gotta say, the director has a lot of responsibility on their shoulders. I'm not sure that that's something I want to take on in this moment, but it was really, really informative. I learned a lot. Who knows what might happen in the future? And I'm just cheering on uh, Katie and Jess and Maisie who are directing this
Yes.
year.
Oh, that's
So
awesome.
I'm very excited for them. And Katie's already done hers and did a fantastic job. So I'm all about like female directors. Go get it.
No, and that's a credit to the show and the showrunners. The series already was very female driven in terms of the characters, but to see them behind the scenes as well, I think is
Yeah,
super important, especially since the majority of the characters are female led and the crew is female led, you know.
yeah,
And I think that representation there is super important and what makes the
yeah.
show very appealing. So congratulations to them. That's so awesome.
Yeah, I'm really, really excited. Especially like Katie's directed before, but Jess and Maisie, it'll be their first time, so they're gonna kill
Oh,
it. It's great.
oh, that's so great. That's so great. There's a lot of questions from fans about season 6. We don't want spoilers, obviously. It's
Mm,
it's so much fun to experience the show in the moment, but we were left with a lot of open-ended questions in season 5. Obviously, we get Zari 2, as you mentioned. Soft queer sharp, sorry, soft queer sharp, and Debbie 63092068 are all asking about Zari and John Constantine's surprise relationship. Fans are asking about the relationship with you and your brother Behrad. White Canary 47 mentions Sarah's disappearance and sort of how that will affect Zari. Again, without really giving specific spoilers, and shout out to Milika Pace as well. It just said, "Can you describe season 6 in 3 words?" So if you want to take it, there, you know, what can you tell us? What are you most excited about going into season 6? And if you want to take on the 3 word challenge, go for it.
I can take on the one word challenge
There
and
you go.
just
There
say
you go.
aliens. It's aliens, 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 aliens.
Nice.
Um, yeah, I don't want to give anything away because there's some really fun and exciting stuff coming, but um, into spinning off of the alien piece of it, to be totally candid, I was like, ugh, aliens, like how is that going to work? And then, lo and behold, our brilliant writers have like found a way to make an entire season about aliens and time travel and I don't know, whatever else the legends are doing. So yeah, it's speaking in terms of what can I say about John and Sorry? I think that they continue to be as different as you can imagine. Like they are really truly polar opposites, but there's something there that's drawing them to each other that I don't even think they understand.
Sure.
And to be honest, I don't know. I know where we're at. We're doing episode 7 right now, but I'm curious also to see where that relationship goes. Because I don't know. They are like when we're in like Matt Ryan, the actor,
Of course.
and I, when we're in scenes, sometimes we're like, God, they really like each other. Like it's weird, like they shouldn't. Like she's literally like, oh my God, and he's like Colonel Brigham John Constantine, and it shouldn't work, but there is something there. So anyways, we're navigating it. We're trying to figure out what it is. The writers are doing what they will. And I can just sort of speak to Zari 2.0's journey, which is not dissimilar to 1.0 in that like we saw 1.0 open her heart to Nate in previous seasons. And that was like a challenge to her. And I think in a very different way, Zari 2.0, also it's hard for her to trust someone and to love and be loved, So I think I'm being super, super vague, but that's answering 2 of the pieces. And then the Behrad stuff is really fun too. Like it's just, I think having a sibling dynamic is not something that we've had before. And it's a fun one, because you can go to places that, like romantic relationships are not going to go, so it's just fun. And also selfishly, like I look around sometimes and it's a scene with he and I and someone else and I'm like, wow, there's like 2 brown people, there's like 2 Iranian people on a TV show. That's I like never would have dreamed that as a kid, so that part of it is also just like really lovely.
Yeah, I mean, and again, shout out to Legends for being a show that has that representation, both of culture, but then also sexuality. You know what I mean? With these you talked about relationships a lot, and I think that's truly one of the beautiful things of the show, and why we love following the characters.
Yeah, and it's not like shoehorned in because I've been on that show that's like, look what we've done, look, we're doing it, diversity, and it's just part of the story. But I think we honor, we as you said, like we honor these diverse backgrounds and origins, and everyone's sort of coexisting in a special way, I think.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. Aliens, I love it. Can't wait. I like how you say like, how are they going to work aliens? And I'm like, the show has done wackier things, Tala. It's okay.
I know, but you know what it is? You're also reading scripts, and I like read about an alien named whatever, and then I have an alien in my mind, and then I'll come on set and then see a totally obviously different looking alien than the alien that was in my mind. And we have incredible teams like creating real like alien costumes, so there's like aliens walking around on set, and it's strange but wonderful and kind of works really well.
That's so cool. You mentioned being appreciative of having, again, 2 people of color. I mean, more than that, really, on the show. But we yourself and Behrad. You, as a reminder to fans, this panel that you're watching right now, where we're taking a look forward with Tala to season 6, but then you can also watch clips of season 5 and our discussion on that, with some clips from our previous panel. That's free, but Tala is going to be participating in some paid experiences, which you can purchase at wizardworldvirtual.com. Video chats, autographs, virtual photo ops, and one-on-one hangouts in Zoom. It's a once in a lifetime experience. It's you've done it before.
I love them, and it's so fun.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah. And this time around, it's so cool that you are giving a ton of your proceeds to benefit News Sanctuary NYC. Talk a little bit about that organization and why you chose it.
So yeah, the reason I really wanted to do this is because there's just so much going on in our world right now, and
Yeah.
so much has gone on. Uh, Obviously, the pandemic, but the BLM movement and
Yes.
the ongoing immigration crisis. I think
Sure.
maybe that's not the right way to put it. I don't think of immigration as the crisis, but the way that immigrants and
Yeah.
refugees have been treated by our I was going to say previous administration, but it's still the current
Sure it is.
administration.
When this airs, Tala, it'll be
Oh,
official. So yeah.
oh, great.
So,
Fantastic.
yeah,
Sorry,
exactly.
I'm getting political.
That's all right.
Yeah, but yeah, and so anyways, I was sort of thinking about I'm thinking about that all the time these days, and just trying to be um you know to try to advocate in my little way, in my little corner of the world, as best I can. And I have a friend who's the artistic director of a theater called Waterwell in New York City, and I
Mhm.
reached out to her, and I asked her for some suggestions. I was like, I know about a lot of larger organizations that are supporting immigrants or refugees, but I was like, can you tell me some sort of smaller organizations that really, my donation could go a long way for them? And she gave me this wonderful list, and New Sanctuary Coalition was on it. And I looked into their work and their advocacy, that is, you said this, multi-faith based and like really community based.
Yeah, yeah.
For immigrants was just really appealing to me. And there's so much work that needs to be done, uh, even going into the next administration, because um, so many policies were put in place that harm immigrants,
Yeah.
and that's going to take a long time to undo. And there's so many people who are stuck in the system, and this has, honestly been a lot long a problem that goes back a lot further than 4 years from now. So anyways, this organization is in a very grassroots way working to be of help. And they believe in asylum. They don't believe in deportations, the things that I don't believe in. I don't believe that any human being is illegal. So yeah, I'm so thrilled to give proceeds to them.
That's so awesome. And I know I can sort of speak on behalf of the fans because I've seen them in our chats. We have a ton of folks watching around the world, not only the U.S. and Europe, but the Middle East, Asia, South America, Africa, that truly appreciate the work that you do, and that tune in regularly to our panels and are just so happy to be able to experience this from their countries. And so thank you from them.
Yeah,
Just
of
having
course.
just seeing them in the chat and being so ecstatic on social media that you're doing this. So
Yeah.
yeah, we appreciate it. I want to end, this just recently, Disney and Marvel announced that they'd be bringing Kamala Khan to the television screen. So the very first Muslim Marvel character. But really, you set the bar. You were the first Muslim superhero on TV in general. What does it feel like to know that you created this character and now it's extending beyond just what I mean, your show and your universe?
Yeah, I mean, it's always important and humbling to be part of the building blocks of more inclusivity and representation in the world. Like, I have to say, there was Kamala Khan cartoon that actually a friend of mine, Catherine, voiced for that I think predated Zari. So it's all kind of building
Sure, sure.
towards more representation. But I'm so thrilled for this young lady who's
Oh,
going to portray Kamala, and I can't wait to see it and to cheer her on. Also, I'm realizing her name is Kamala, and that's just some wonderful
I
synchronicity in
know, I
the
know.
world.
I mean, please, if we have anything that we can latch on to for positivity,
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like there's a lot. There's a lot. There's plenty coming up. And that's a
yeah,
great mention. Well, Tala,
yeah,
this has been amazing. We're so excited. I know it hasn't been officially announced yet when Legends is coming out, but we got a little tease with Batwoman.
yeah.
And we're so excited to join you and the cast again and pick up with
We
all
are
the
too.
aliens.
We always, the best part is like putting what we've been doing in our little incubator into the world, and getting the fan reaction. So we can't wait. and hopefully we'll know soon when
Oh.
when that will be.
That's so cool. Well, we love Zari 1.0. We're excited to see what happens with Zari 2.0. One more big round of emojis, everybody, for the lovely Tala Ashe, everyone.
Thanks,
Bye, Tala.
guys.
Thank you so much.
Bye. Bye. Bye.
As
Bye.
a quick reminder to fans, once again, head to wizardworldvirtual.com or the wizardworldvault.com. Click on that lovely photo of Tala, and it'll take you to her offering. She's doing video recorded messages, autographs, photo ops, and one-on-one hangouts in Zoom. So take advantage of that. Again, it's an awesome treat for yourself or a loved one, and just know that your money is going to a great cause as well with New Sanctuary Coalition NYC. You can follow them at New Sanctuary NYC on the social medias. Thanks to all the fans that submitted their questions. We had a ton of love and ton of excitement for Tala and for Legends of Tomorrow coming up. So continue to send your questions in, and we'll take a look at those. And don't forget that now you're about to watch some clips from our previous panel with the cast of Legends of Tomorrow. So take a look, and we will see you next time. I'm Mike G on behalf of Wizard World.
Well, I'm just going to say something really embarrassing, which is last week I was getting a baked good in New York, like I do. And I was wearing a mask, of course, because who isn't? And I go into the bakery, and this girl, the girl who was giving me my baked good, she was like, sorry, this is so weird, but I'm mask. And she's like, are you? And I was like, Legends of Tomorrow. Sorry, Tomas Tarazi. And she was like, no, this play that I saw you in like 5 years ago. And I was like,
gosh, awesome.
Very embarrassing. So that's
Wow.
a not fan interaction.
She's like, no, I don't like Legends of
She
Tomorrow.
was like,
You
what
were
are you
really
talking
good in the
about?
play. Yeah. That's
What do you think
hilarious.
this is, Antigua?
I mean, for me, alternatively, I get recognized the most in New York over any other place.
Really?
And I remember I went into some smoothie shop in New York, and one of the guys was like, oh, I love the show, Legends of Tomorrow. And the other guy who was like, oh, I don't watch that show. I like Daredevil. He's like, no, Legends way better than Daredevil. And then they started this big like fight between each other. And I was like, okay, thanks, guys. Very passionate.
For me, the most fun about that was getting to reinvent all my relationships with the cast. Because, with the characters, because you spent 2 years, like, especially with Zari, Maya and Zari was so close, and we had this beautiful bond. And then Charlie came in, and they hated each other. And it was so fun to, like, completely reinvent that, and to sort of, all the bonds had to be broken and rebuilt. And when you're with these guys, I mean, to be with so many fantastic actors and to be able to just have so much fun, feel safe to just play and explore. Oh, hey, Courtney. It is just such a gift. It's such a gift. There's no one has too big of an ego. It's just genuinely a happy, loving cast. So yeah, it was so fun. Also to play like the completely contrasting characters, to go from like a very serious, intense character to be.
That's so funny. What if I'm like nervous, like a ghost?
Just a void.
Oh man.
Leo just walks past him. Sorry, Maisie. Sorry.
Some inception stuff. Anyway, just the contrast between the two was so fun, which I'm sure, Tala, you can probably follow on from that as well.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's the segue. That's the segue we're looking for. Yeah. Do you have a favorite Zari? Tala?
I don't have a favorite. Sorry, that's like asking me to pick my favorite child, but I love them both. I came to love them both equally, I would say. And exactly what Maisie said. It was really fun, just as an actor, to get to be like, oh, sorry, do you hear that siren? Yeah. It's just fun. It was fun to be like, oh, Zari 2.0 is like really good friends with Ava, and like they find a connect, which is it's just fun as an actor, because I love all these people so much, to just get a little bit more time. It's kind of like speed dating with everyone. It was hard at first, actually. Like I didn't really know what I was doing, and there was like a lot of me in my bedroom before I got on set, like talking in like vocal fry and like trying things out, which was weird. So yeah, it was a little bit like clunky for me, to be honest, at the beginning. And I love Zari 1.0 so much that it was honestly, I think I was just like really mourning her, which kind of came full circle at the end of the season. Yeah. But then I embraced it, because actually she's so, I hope she's so different from me in a lot of ways. She certainly like dresses differently from me. And I find that like, in a kind of outside in way, putting on the like multiple layers of animal print is really helpful to just like stepping into to that world. So yeah, it ultimately ended up being a lot of fun, and I have a lot of love for both of them. I am biased, but I just think we have the best fans. You are all really the best fans. A special shout out to anyone who's watching and it's like 4 a.m. because that's just amazing.
Yeah.
And I, you know, it's strange to be, it's in some ways strange to be making our show and for our show to be out in the world during this really hard time. But, you know, and I think all of us really believe in our show and believe in the bedrock of it, which is about kindness and about being good to each other and doing the right thing. So I hope it's giving you a little bit of hope, dare I say, during this time, and a little bit of distraction, because it is a really tough time. And yeah, I mean, I would just say get involved where you can, take breaks when you need them, and then get back in the fight. And we love you.